Today we will review the Vacate Notice, which effective November 25, 2020, is one of the General Land Office's required documents for voluntary buyout or acquisition programs. A hyperlink to the Notice to Vacate can be found on the Texas General Land Office website at recovery.texas.gov. To locate the document, go to the local buyout and acquisition program page, which is linked below in the description section of this video. Scroll down to the right side checklist section and click on the Vacate Notice link. Once you click on the link, your computer will download the fillable document. Please note you will need Microsoft Word to view and edit the document. A Notice to Vacate letter is required to be sent to all occupants of property to be bought out or acquired at least 30 days prior to the date they must vacate. The purpose of this letter is to inform occupants of the properties to be acquired, both homeowners and tenants, of the requirements to vacate the property by a certain date, and outline all of their vacate responsibilities so that once the subrecipient takes ownership of the property, all of the vacate responsibilities, such as utility disconnect and personal property removal, have been taken care of. A best practice is to send the letter at least 30 days prior to closing so that the occupant is required to vacate at closing. The subrecipient can do a walkthrough prior to closing to ensure that the occupant has vacated and has complied with all vacate requirements. If the occupants of the property are tenants, under the Uniform Relocation Assistance Regulations, they should have been provided a 90-day notice to vacate along with other required notices in addition to this letter. Please ensure that the vacate date provided in this letter is not prior to the vacate date given in the 90-day notice. The sample notice to vacate provided by the Texas GLO is a sample document. It is meant to guide subrecipients in creating their own letter, and therefore subrecipients should edit the sample letter according to the needs of the program, while ensuring the letter continues to meet its purpose. For this video, we'll use an example of a fictional applicant and location to give an example of how to use the sample letter provided to create your own letter. To begin, the form should be placed on subrecipient letterhead. Then the letter should be addressed with the date, name, and address of the buyout or acquisition property. The first paragraph of this letter is to notify the occupant of the date by which they must vacate the property. This date must be at least 30 days after the date of the letter, and no later than 30 days after the subrecipient closes on the property and obtains the title. As you can see, Rango County altered the text in the first paragraph to meet the needs of the program while still providing the date to vacate. The second paragraph details everything that the occupant needs to do prior to vacating the property. For example, disconnecting utilities and removing personal belongings. It also details what will be done with all of the items that are left behind after the date given for removal. The final paragraph provides contact information where the occupant can ask questions or discuss concerns with the vacate date. Finally, the letter should be signed by a representative of the subrecipient. We hope you enjoyed this training on the Vacate Notice. If there are any additional questions during the completion of this form, subrecipients should reach out to their General Land Office grant manager. Additional videos covering the other required local buyout and acquisition forms are or will soon be available at the same location you are viewing this one.